Yo, yo, here we go. More trees. Trees everywhere, baby grass blades. Blades of grass compared to these trees. These trees here are like blades of grass compared to what the trees were like. Oh wow, just follow the bark. The bark, follow the bark. Another tree. Follow, look at that. That was a tree, and these are like blades of grass. Big tree. Big tree, big tree. Another big tree. Now this was a big tree. Watch, see this line here? That's like your bark line. And this has all been quarried, partial quarry. And they didn't get it all here. Some left. That's a tree. Interior. Again, this is a tree, and you even can see the hexagonal shaped cords. Look at this guy. Tree. Again, this is a round tree. That's the bark that's remaining. They quarried, partial quarry interiored, partially quarried the interior. If they were to quarry it more, it would look like a big crater, and they're going to tell you that it was a nuclear bomb or some type of comet or asteroid. When we know nukes are a hoax, and then comets and asteroids are a hoax too, because there's a firmament dome above. You can send a rocket up, and it'll hit it. And I'll show you a video on that soon. Yeah, rockets don't just stop. Okay, they don't just. If there was space, it would have kept going forever, but this thing stopped. Again, an old tree. Big tree. This is a guy here, and this is the interior of something that was pretty big, and it was alive. These are organs, petrified, or excuse me, densified from silicone to carbon. And look, oh look, see the trees are tilting. Look, we live on a globe. Look, it's round. See? Sorry, when you go outside, it's flat. This is fake. That's the thing. Trees should be tilting just like this. This is the way it should look. If it was round and you're living on a ball and it's a globe and it's spinning 17 times faster than a speeding bullet. I mean, or it's once or twice faster than a speeding bullet. But the supposed satellites are supposed to be doing 17,000 miles an hour. Uh-oh, blue bloods. This looks like it was alive. It's probably had this copper-based blue blood. Not sure what it was. Again, look at all the tree rings, layer after layer of growth. This is an old tree. That clearly looks like a gigantic, huge frog. That got caught in the great densification. This is clearly a tree. Look at this house. Two houses. This tree was huge. Huge tree. Beautiful bark here. God, freaking cloud. God. Oh my god, here we go again. This is a tree, but it's got a lot of growth on it. You wouldn't even know it. God, it's flat. Again, this is a frog. You can see the little tricep muscles here. Yeah. That process, boy. Whew, man, it's incredible. Again, they grow on top of these. They're even put something on top of this flat top mesa. And here we go. This is a giant mushroom that got densified. And a great densification. It got caught. Big trees everywhere. Just everywhere. I mean, these things are huge. Look at the bark here. Pointy, pointy, pointy. More gigantic, densified mushrooms. Look at the size of this thing. Oh my god. And this is the bark left. You can see it. Kind of looks like a Colosseum or Tower of Babel. Some even say that the Tree of Life was actually the Tower of Babel. I mean, look at this tree chopped, 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 chopped. It's sad. And look, this is cool. Whoa. Okay, how to be creative with an ancient tree stump. I love it. I mean, these things are perfect. It's one big, huge chunk of rock, because that's what it got. All stone and rock. It used to be alive, and it used to be silicon before the great densification. So you're talking about it's perfect to build castles on, and they dead. Look at that tree. Pointy points from the spires of bark. Trees everywhere. Is Monument National Park really an old giant petrified forest? Yeah, well, these things were densified. Densified from the silicon world. There's a tree stump, and they're everywhere. Pieces of bark, chopped off, flat, and then look at that. Giant mushrooms, densified. There's one alive. That's your Santa Claus. This is where you get your Santa Claus. Eat some of that and see what happens. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But wow, is that thing just, man, it looks healthy, doesn't it? That thing is freaking huge. Oh man, here we go with the tree stump, building castles out of tree stumps. Wow, look at this thing. This was a tree. There's the bark. There's the bark line. The bark line does that. You can go outside, just walk in a forest. Go do some tree work or walk in a forest and just look at tree stumps. You start to get an eye for it. There you go. This is actually at the petrified forest thing. I mean, look at this. What I'm talking about. Semi-precious stones. Or wait, am I? Oh, I've already done this. I want to go to this one here. Right here. Okay, some of these don't look like they have many semi-precious stones in them. So they didn't quarry everything. No reason to, I guess. Some of these twigs. These are twigs. Branches of the big trees left over. And they don't have any value, really. There's not much precious stones in these ones. Like that. They would look like that. And you can clearly see that this thing was cut. Go do some tree work and get an eye for it. I mean, I'm not telling you to chop trees down. That didn't sound right. Look, here's your hexagonal columns that are at the cores of these big trees. Go look at Devil's Tower or Giant's Causeway. But this looks like it was already chopped down and something on top of it got got densified. Could have been a turtle. I saw another one with a snake. I mean, this process was fast. If they tell you it took a long time, it's the reverse of truth. It was fast. This densification process was fast, and it caught them in mid-motion, even, I'm telling you. Remaining hexagonal columns. And just some of the crystals or something. This is what you get when you mine it. You can do stuff like that. And look at this. Was this an egg? Look at this. It looks like the cave in Superman. The crystal cave. These crystals. Look at this. Looks like it was bubbling up. Densified. More hexagonal columns. That's probably Giant's Causeway. What the hell is this, man? That is gorgeous. Gee. See, light when you slow it down turns into sound, and when you slow down, see, everything's consciousness and vibration and frequency of this. Everything is consciousness, and then it's just at a different vibration and frequency. So if you take light and slow it down, you get sound. You take sound and keep slowing it down, you get physical matter. This thing was alive, and it got densified, and it turned into crystals. Light is crystal. Or when light is manifest into physical matter, it's crystals. You get a lot of that. And giant root systems quarried out. I mean, these things are quarried. You have this root here, and then it even expands beyond the root. The quarrying expanded beyond the roots. Electrical discharge. Shit. And this is what you can do. This is another thing. It got densified. I mean, right here, look. That was a tree. Look at the tree rings. I mean, come on. I hope you can get an eye for this stuff. Look at this. The hexagonal columns bent over here. This is inside something, who the hell knows, and then they carved it up. And look, this is the mother lode. Case closed, nail in the coffin. These are all tree rings. It's circular. This thing was a tree, gigantic tree, and it's quite amazing. And this is just some more stuff that looked like it got caught in the great densification. And again, this is a hexagon shaped, and you're going to see that a lot in this fractal hologram that we're in here. It's a very common shape, efficient, and this thing looks like it was alive and got caught in the great densification. I don't know what it was, but it was big, and it looks alive. This texture of its skin looks like it was alive to me. Again, that was alive, and it's densified. Again, partial hexagonal shape. Just a pretty picture, so I put it in here. More densification. You get these fractals. More densification. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at these tree rings. This is the mother lode. Case closed. Look at that. Tree rings. Huge tree. Little car. Hexagonal shaped columns. Just something that looks like it was alive to me, and it looks like it got densified. You can even see the blood or whatnot. And then that's a tree here. And there's a seed. And there's a shell around it, and that's the inside seed with the shell. Bunch of seeds here. Tree seeds. Big seed. Big tree. Big seed here. There's a seed inside. There's a shell. Seeds everywhere. They petrified. They densified too. Strange looking seed. Looks like they might have been together when they froze. When they got frozen in time. Tree. Oh my god, see, oh my god, this is the mother lode of densified seeds. Shell, seed shell around it. And you know, these all look like they got a little crushed or cracked or something. Yeah, cracked. Wonder what happened there. Probably fell. Oh, look at this. Cracked. Uh-oh, it opened up. Look, there's a seed inside, and there's a shell. Boom. Look at this fucking tree. Look at the bark sticking up. Go walk in the woods and get an eye for trees so you can do this. So you can recognize these things as trees. I mean, it's undeniable, irrefutable. When we remember, we will know. These are all the core that's left after all the outside of the tree trunk. This is flat tree, got chopped, and then the outside is gone. It deteriorated. These are much stronger, so they stay intact. More seeds. And again, I'm showing you this right here because this place was flooded out, so we couldn't, as well, to confine us to continents, and as well to hide a lot of our history, so we don't remember, so we don't know who we are. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to be upset about anything. And this is a tree. There's your bark line, clearly quarried a little bit, only a partial quarry. Must have not had converted too much to some type of precious stones. This guy was real and alive, and frozen in time. You could literally peel these things, and the interior is still intact, frozen in time. And look, not much in here. These